What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. So glad you guys can tune in. We're kicking off 2026 out here in the shop. We will be getting out on the range, and hopefully soon as the weather gets a little better or my schedule with work gets a little better, we'll be getting out on the lake. If you're new to this channel, this is Outdoors with Creed. Normally I do some fishing videos, fishing tournaments. I've been trying to get some more range videos, talking a little bit about guns. I get into some of my equipment when it comes to guns. I have been in law enforcement for 17 years, so we'll talk about some tactics and some range stuff, setting up your weapons, not getting overwhelmed with all of the noise of what you need to put on your gun versus what is actually needed. Not so much what you want, because a lot of people want to put things on there, but they don't really put what they need. So we get into some of that stuff. So be on the lookout for those videos as well. And like I said, getting out there on the range. Here in Arkansas, we've got the rest of this month, and then we have all of February, and then deer hunting season for us will be over with. So what I'm hoping to do in March is for my hunting side of the channel. I have not had a chance to really do a whole lot of hunting videos. I'm hoping to change that, guys. Please bear with me. But I'm hoping that in March I can start kicking off things with the hunting section and going over the process of getting ready for the upcoming season. Whether you're putting food plots or some kind of a feeder with corn, deer stands, or whatever, but how do you get set up for that upcoming season? I'll try to get videos on all that stuff. So please be on the lookout for those, and I hope I can get that to you guys. Again, if you like what you're seeing so far, and I hope that you will like what you see coming up here in the video, please smash the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click on the bell. Click all so that way you get notified of every time I put out a video. Please share the video and leave comments. I do get back to my folks who comment. I've had people talk to me as far as some of the gun stuff and the tactical stuff, asking me questions about different ways of carrying, and I have responded back to those people, so I do appreciate that stuff. Please, y'all, drop comments when it comes to the fishing stuff as well too. Y'all just don't know how excited I get when other folks start talking to me about this stuff. So drop those comments down there for me if you don't mind. So we're going to kick off 2026 with the January Monsterbass. Yeah, I've done a couple of bags that were different. This is the new bag where it's trimmed in black. So this is the new bag that Monsterbass is now doing. These bags are reusable. So if you want to take one of these bags and just fill it up with terminal tackle, hooks, weights, swivels, all of that stuff, you can do that. And then you can take these, if you're going to do this with your hard baits, meaning your crankbaits, your lipless crankbaits, any of your topwater baits, anything that has treble hooks, I would highly advise holding on to the cases that they come in, or probably look at your tackle shops or maybe even tackle warehouse or something and find some other reusable box. Or I think I've seen on Bass Pro Shop, they have these little deals that you can put the treble hooks in so you don't hook yourself. You can throw all of your hard baits in here. Do the same thing with your soft plastics, and then you can throw these in backpacks, so it makes it a little bit easier to carry a lot of stuff and not take up as much room if you are the traveling type, or you mainly fish ponds and you don't feel like carrying big bulky tackle boxes. So these bags are reusable. I filled up my boat with a lot of the older bags when they first started doing bags. I filled the boat up with all of my soft plastics and everything. So they really do come in handy, guys. All right. So January Monsterbass. We have our little booklet here with a lot of information, good information. A lot of stuff from pro anglers that have partnered up with Monster Bass to help bring some of these baits, as well as real tournament angler expertise, so people will, so that way you understand how to use these baits and where to use them, so that way you get the most success out of your fishing trips. Somewhere in the book they usually will put a recipe, but I don't see it in this book, so I don't know if they're going to do that anymore. They do have this little selection guide right here. It tells you you have the winter, and then spring, summer, and fall. So it helps you pick the best baits, what water temperatures or the water temps to fish these baits in. So that way, again, you get the best success out of your fishing trips. So we're going to start off with, let's see here, what are we fishing with? I'm not sure what we're fishing with here. Okay, so we got a worm, is what I'm seeing in the picture there. So for worms, okay, start this thing off. We have these Yamamoto baits. This is the Cinco. I'm sorry. It's basically the Cinco bait. It's a big popular bait. I think Yamamoto's was the first to come out with the Cinco, and then every other bait company has created a plastic, basically biting off of this one. It's just a stick bait. You would look at this and say, you know, that looks plain. You know, there's no life to it. That's the beauty of it. When those fish are, like right now, water temperatures are low, they don't want a whole bunch of action. They want something that looks like it's already dying. It's an easy meal. I'm not having to chase this thing. That is where this thing is like that clutch player. This one here is a 4-inch in size. So you're talking a small bait profile. The color is watermelon, black and red. So awesome color. And with these Cinco baits, you can fix this. You can fish it Texas rig. You can fish it Carolina rig. You can fish it a weightless Texas rig. You can fish it a Nico rig. You can fish it a wacky rig. You know, if you cut off the tail end, you could actually use this as a net bait. I think that's how the net baits actually came about. Somebody was cutting their Cincos towards the end and making it a smaller profile and was fishing it that way. So what we got here, we got rod, lunker stick spinning series 7-foot medium light fast action rod. The lighter power allows you to cast lightweight baits effectively. So again, you're fishing this on a finesse bait or a finesse style, go with that the spinning reel, because that's going to allow you to cast those weightless setups really far. On the reels, we have the reel, it doesn't say, so whatever I'm just going to say whatever spinning reel you use, you're good to go. Match your line size with your bait, guys, okay, and your area. If you're around grass, I recommend braid. I'm not going to tell you a company or a brand. That's for you and your pockets to decide. But around grass, you want to go with braid. Around the docks, laydowns, stumps, those things, you probably want to go with a fluorocarbon. So let's see here. For this, you can fish this 15 to 35 feet deep. You fish it around ledges, around brush piles, around points, around docks, rocks, and trees. Again, this colder weather for the southern region, with the exception of Florida, but colder water, you want to slow things down. Those bait fish are usually dying off, so they're not moving very fast. The bass aren't moving very fast, so slow down your presentations with these lures. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. But before I do that, because I don't know if there's another one, we also have here Big Bite Baits finesse worm, 8-inch worm. Black and blue is the color on this, so and a good color to use. Again, Carolina rig, Texas rig, you can't go wrong. Slowly, if you're fishing Carolina rig, you want to do a slow retrieve. Move the bait with the rod, not the reel. On a Texas rig, I'd probably throw this in somewhere and let it sit for a while, and then I'd hop it. Maybe do like one hop, and then let it come back down, or maybe even do like a hop, and then let it come back down. But really good lures right there. The next one is a jerk bait. Let me see if I have a jerk bait. And I don't. I do not have a jerk bait in here. Next up, we have a crankbait, a square bill crankbait in the book. But yet, I do not have a square bill crankbait in my bag. Okay. Finesse jig. Here I have a Lunker Hunt finesse skirted jig. This is coming in at a 3/8 ounce. It looks like it has like an arky style head on the jig head there. Let's see here. It's 3/8 an ounce. It has a titanium weed guard. It has a 4/0 hook. So you can take this right here and probably pair it up with one of these or any other jig trailer. Again, throw this out, let it get to the bottom, either hop it or drag it. For this one, we're going to suggest casting series, so a bait casting rod, 7/4 medium heavy fast action rod. The rod is going to offer the backbone needed to drive that hook. When you get that bite, you feel that thump, or sometimes you'll get the bite on the fall. So if you throw your lure out and you're watching it as you're watching your line, and you just count down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now you're at the bottom on 6. Okay, you're hopping it, and if you're thinking in your head how high you're hopping, you're probably getting maybe an inch to a foot on that hop. And if you hop that thing and you realize you ain't hit the bottom yet, reel up the slack. Don't reel fast. Lower your rod back down, reel up the slack, and then just start to lift up. And if you feel that pressure or you feel that fish pulling back, if you haven't came up too far, you've got some room still. Go on and lean back and set that hook. If you've already got up to here, and now you're feeling the pressure of the fish, drop the rod tip back down, reel up that slack, and then set the hook. But you're going to need that heavy or that medium heavy rod to help drive that hook and penetrate that lip. Really good lures to use are jigs. Humps, ledges, brush piles, points, rocks, and trees are good spots. A jig can be that long distance type of weapon. You bomb that thing out there, and then you hop it back to the boat. If you got a swim jig, you're swimming it back. Football head jigs, you're going to drag it. You want to stay, keep contact on the bottom. Or with these finesse style jigs, they can be a close quarters battle when you have that tree or that hump or something that's in the water. You can visually see it, and now you're making those precise pitches and flips to those spots, picking those pockets to drop that lure in there where those fish are, potentially hiding and waiting for a bait to come through there and have an easy meal. So good lures right there. And the color, green pumpkin. Hey, you can't go wrong with the green pumpkin. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure what they're talking about on this page for this lure. This one is talking about a drop shot. So probably talking about this one here on a drop shot. So we've already talked about that one. Also spinning setups. 20 to 45 feet deep. Fishing on humps, ledges, brush piles, open water, rocks. Yeah, that drop shot, I haven't really caught a whole lot on a drop shot. But drop shots, again, I don't have a scope on my boat, but if you're scoping and you can see those fish on your graph, you can make that pitch out there to them, get it down there, and then either hop it, drag it, or just, shake it right there in front of them. But really good presentation, especially during those cold water times. Okay. Now, we also have a Booyah Micro Pond Magic Spinnerbait. The color is the Micro Pond Alpine. So it's a very small bait. This is probably going to be really good in ponds. However, don't let that just because it says a micro pond. This is a 1/8 ounce, so you probably have to throw it on a spinning setup. But you could probably still smash them out there on the big bodies of water, so don't sleep on that. That white, a good shad imitating color. I would probably put some kind of a small swim bait or something on there as a trailer just for that extra profile. We have some big bite baits, shaky head setups here, some jig heads. Let's see here. Okay, so that package doesn't. So we have 4 in here, 1/4 ounce. So pair these up with these worms, and you've probably got a killer combination. Lighten them up all day long. The product testing. The Chugger 65. Don't know a whole lot about this bait. It is estimated to be released out in June 2026. It's your popping style bait. It's a white bait. My light is killing. Let's see what we get there. You guys can't really see it, but it's white with a chartreuse mouth, and then a little bit of chartreuse in that feather on the tail. Popping style baits. Anything topwater where you're popping the lure in a downward motion, I would probably go with a 6.6 to maybe a 7-foot rod, depending on how tall or short the angler is. That way, as you pop that lure, you're not hitting your boat, but you're trying to get that thing to, as it's coming across with that mouth, to catch that water and spit it out. So as you're popping it, you want to see like a bubble pop and form right there at the mouth. Really good lure. The thing with topwater lures like this, when the fish bite, since they're coming from underneath, you got to remember, let them come up, get the bait, turn and go down. That way you can set that hook as they're going down. If you see them blow up right on top and then you go to set the hook, you might actually pull the bait away from them. So when they hit, give it maybe a 2 to 3 second count. Make sure they got that bait and they're on their way back down, then set the hook. Now, unfortunately, guys, this bait right here, it's a Livingston. It's an electron. It has some kind of little microchip or something in it, and it gives off a bait fish sound whenever it's in the water. Unfortunately, I won't get to use this because during my delivery, somehow the lip on this side was broke. The package was crushed, and now I have a lure that I can't really use. So I don't know. I might go to Bass Pro Shop and try to find one of these and use it, and that way I can give you guys a review on this bait. But I can't really use this one because it's broke. It won't give the right action with that lip being broke like that. So I apologize. I can't tell you guys more about it. I mean, from the looks of it, it's a great bait. It looks like a great bait. It's a perch color. I'm sure you work this like any other topwater walking bait, only you're not giving it fast twitches to make it walk the dog, but just kind of a twitch. Not even so much a twitch, more like you're like almost like a fast drag that you're dragging it, and then the way that lip is designed like this is going to catch water and just push. So it's almost like you're just dragging it down like that. So again, I'll try to find this at the store and buy one so that way I can take it out. I really want to let you guys know what I think about those type of baits. We got our stickers. I like that one. That kind of looks like the old Coca-Cola logo. This one is an old school sticker for us. This one, however, is new. I think we're going to be getting one of these each month, a sticker in this kind of design. So be looking out for those guys. And also, whenever you have the Monster Bass bag, and I believe it's for the Platinum Series, you get your golden ticket where you tune in to Monster Bass Live, they call your number, and you win all kind of prizes. So, this bag, including the bag, you're looking at least $50 to $55 worth of tackle. And that's talking the baits, if there's any kind of terminal tackle, sometimes we get some fishing line and stuff like that. You're looking at anywhere from $50 to $55, possibly even $60 worth of stuff, including if you were to go to the store and buy one of these tackle bags. Sign up with Monster Bass. Sign up for their Platinum Series if you want this one. They do have other series. They also have other packages for if you want to do pan fishing or ice fishing or anything like that. $35 a month for at least $50 to $55 worth of gear. So it's a great deal. You really can't beat that deal. If you were to order this stuff online at another outlet, Tackle Warehouse or something like that, again, you're going to be paying about $50, $55 for this stuff. Monster Bass, you can get it a little bit cheaper, and of course you get some professional insight on all of these lures and stuff. So it's a great deal. I'll leave a link down in the description section so that way you guys can click on it and check it out for yourselves. That's all I've got. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, Happy New Year to everybody, and I hope everybody this year is going to be a very blessed and prosperous year. Let's try to do 2026 right. Till next time, guys, see you all in the great outdoors.